Kia ora tātou ko tēnei te kai whakatō taro Māori e korero tēnei kia koutou. So, here I am at our communal gardens at Nukuhau Pā, here in Nukuhau Pā, and you'll see I've got some sunflowers. One of our aunties planted those, and then you'll see some taro, and then you'll see a bunch of like dead grass in the middle. And that noise is actually the float plane that launches from Taupo Landing Reserve. Yeah, and for some strange reason, when you're down on the lake, right by where it takes off, it's not as loud. But if you're in the surrounding areas, it sounds like this. Right, so here I am, come to check up on the taros. As you can see, some of them are ETAs, and then some of them are nuias, and then that dead grass, I'm going to show you what's in it. So as you see here, I've removed a lot of the dead vegetation. When I planted these taros in December, I also put in a line of potatoes, and I thought that instead of hilling them up with soil, I thought I'd try and use some of the dead weeds, because when I inherited this box I had to clear away a lot of the weeds. So I just thought I'd give it a go and see what happens. So if there are potatoes underneath here, neither you nor I can see them, but what I have seen is a good place for bugs to live. I saw some worms. There's a slug. Yeah, plenty of slugs in here. That could be one of the potatoes I planted, or maybe it's just a rock. Not sure. But yeah. But on the positive side, these are 3-month-old taros. They're growing strong. It's not the perfect environment. They do have to share, unlike the planter boxes that I have at home. They're pretty much the dominant species in my marae at home. And we have sunflowers. Yeah. These sunflowers are beautiful, and check this out. Yeah boy, mahi a te mahi. Make sure that plant pollen gets all over the place. Wee. Kia ora bye. So there we have it. There's a part of me that thinks that maybe all the potatoes are dead, but potatoes are very resilient plants, so maybe they're just deep under the earth trying to recover after all of the slugs and stuff got to them. Hopefully the worms ate around them. But this is what happens when you're trying to grow kai. You experiment, them some you win, them some you lose. On the positive side, there's some onions. But he mihi tēnei ki ngā tarahiti o te pā o Nukuhau, mo te kawenga, I guess, mo te whakatipu kai ki konei. This is the first planter box that the trustees allocated to me. It was being used by another person, but now we share it, so the cabbages are theirs. But the taro, that's all mine, and hopefully some potatoes too. And this is another box which we've been allocated. Auntie had already put in some corn. I put in the cabbages that you see here below, and there's some bok choy over there. Lots of corn, so you could call this a pretty corny video if that's the way you're inclined. There's some comfrey in the middle. I might use that to make some tea later. But and there's the communal glass house. I don't use that at the moment because there's some aunties that already have their kai in there, so I don't want to crowd it. But tērā pēr hei te hotoke kei te haramai, ka whakawhitia ngi te hiu o ngā taro ki roto hei āhuru pai I te hotoke. Yeah, might use that in the winter, but in the meantime let the aunties do their thing. Anyways, koe te Māori taro planta e mihi atu nei kia koutou. Kia ora rā.